Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so very much for joining me today and welcome you to my meditative video series. In this meditation, I will be guiding you through a visualization that will help you release some of those heavy thoughts, fears, and feelings that you're holding on to. With all that's happening in our lives today, with all that is happening in our individual life, and that for us globally, there are thoughts and feelings that are weighing us down. They're not serving us, and they're causing stagnation. In this meditation, we're going to release this weight from you, so you're more able to enjoy all that your day has to offer you. This is a beautiful guided meditation that you can use repeatedly to support you in maintaining stability and a sense of calm in your life. This guided meditation can help you unwind at the end of the day or help you to set your day up right to be successful in those challenges that you're going to face. And of course, you can use this guided meditation to help you throughout the day as you need. This meditation is to help you slow down and unwind so that you can reduce some of those overwhelming feelings you are dealing with and help you to raise your vibration. Before we get started, what I need you to do first is find a relatively quiet place where you're less likely to be disturbed. I know that can be a real challenge. However, do the best you can. Remember, this time is for you, and you don't need the demands of everyday life taking away from the opportunities and the release that will be provided in this meditation. Now, I'd like you to get comfortable. Make sure that you're wearing loose and relaxed clothing and that you're comfortable in a seated position with connection to the floor. This meditation works best if you're grounding yourself through your feet or your bottom. To start off, we're going to focus in on our breath. Breathing is the core to meditation and is what will support you in maintaining your meditative state. And like always, I will continue to revisit your breath throughout this meditation. To start off, we're going to take 3 deep cleansing breaths together. A breath comes in through your nose, pause, and then exhale. In through your nose, taking control of your breath helps to slow your heart rate and calm your system. This type of breath also helps to reduce the tensions that you're holding on to. This breath also helps to clear your body out of some of that low vibrational energy. As you continue to take these deep breaths in, and as we start the meditative phase of this session, I want you to choose to either close your eyes or focus gently on the candle flame. This is truly a personal choice, and both methods are just as effective for this meditation. This meditation is for you, and you need to feel comfortable and safe so that you can fully connect in with this meditation and the release that it brings you. Continue to focus in on your breath. You are doing a fantastic job. I want to thank you for taking the time, slowing down, and spending this time with me. As you continue to take these beautiful breaths in, I want you to visualize in your mind's eye a beautiful river with clear water flowing within it. The water is flowing at a pretty good speed. You can hear the amazing sounds of the water rushing past you. On the banks of the river, there are beautiful trees and all sorts of vegetation thriving all around. On top of that rushing water, you can hear the distant songs of some birds high up above in the treetops. This place is untouched. No one has been here for quite some time. It is so beautiful and tranquil. You take a moment to enjoy the energy and the beauty that is all around you. Breathe, my friends. As you are enjoying this beautiful scene, you notice that off to your left, there is this hidden pathway. You can tell it hasn't been used in some time. You decide to see where the river flows and that path leads. The plants have really started to take back this path. You can still see where a path used to be. However, you have beautiful lush leaves and branches that you need to push aside to get by. You slowly continue to follow the path, enjoying the fresh air, the sound of the water, the beauty of the sun dancing upon that water. This is such a wonderful place. So peaceful, so beautiful. You can feel the tension of your day, the demands of the people in your life, starting to slip away as you walk further down this fantastic path. Remember to keep breathing, my friends. This walk is really helping to calm you, settle that inner whirlwind that has been building up within you. The fresh air, the smell of the lush and beautiful trees with the damp earth is really helping to ground you. to restabilize you. The sound of the water is drawing out some of those built-up feelings, those feelings of being overwhelmed, exhausted, being pulled in every direction, starting to be released and drawn out of you. The longer you walk, the healthier and stronger you feel. Breathe, my friends. As you continue down your path and you're exploring this beautiful, tranquil space, you come upon a bit of an opening. There you find this little hut with a small dock attached to it that extends into the river. You approach the hut. There's no one around. You can tell by the dust that no one has been here for quite some time. You approach the hut and you see this little door. You decide to see what's inside. The door surprisingly opens with great ease for you. Inside, you find only a single table. On the table, all you can see is a jar and a box. Everything in the hut has a thick coating of dust on it. You decide to approach the table to get a closer look at what is on it. As you get closer, you notice that there is a small dark glass jar with a cork stopper on top. You reach down and pick up the jar. With the movement of the jar, you can feel that there's a fluid inside. Due to the movement of the jar, the dust that had collected on the table moves with it. This movement uncovers a feathered quill. You pick up the dusty tool to examine it more closely. It is old and dust-covered. However, it looks like it would still work. You set the two items back on the table to take a better look at that rectangular box in the midst of the table. You notice that there seems to be something written on the lid of the box. You wipe off the dust to see what it says. You read that you are standing in the hut of release. Here, you have the ability to write down what is causing you pain, causing you hardship, and set sail to that heaviness. to reclaim peace and happiness. Remember to breathe, my friends. You open up the box. Inside, you find some yellowed paper. You pull out a sheet and open the bottle on the table. Taking the quill in your hand, you dip it into the bottle. Sure enough, it is beautiful black ink. You set to work. You write down the first thing that comes to mind when you think about that weight, that heaviness that is weighing down upon you. Satisfied with what you've written, you set the quill carefully down on the table. When you look back at your paper, you notice that it has now transformed itself into a little paper boat. You pick up the boat and examine it. It is a simple boat made out of the paper you have just written on. You can see your words folded into the boat's construction. You go outside with your little boat and place it into the river. You see the boat get caught up in the currents and start to sail down the river. And then suddenly, the water swallows the little boat. Then you notice that the water starts to swirl around where the boat sank. Without any hesitation, the water starts to spurt out little bubbles from the spot where the boat sank. These bubbles are carried in the wind. They dance up and away from you. You watch these bubbles float away. And then, as the bubble gets too high up in the sky, it pops away from existence. Breathe, my friends. As you watch the last bubble burst, a feeling of relief washes over you. You feel lighter, freer. A great burden has been released from your shoulders. You smile to yourself and head back into the hut. You grab another sheet of the yellowed paper and pick up the quill. You write down that past pain that you need to release. The pain that sits heavy on your heart. You have been waiting for an opportunity to release this pain, and you have found it. You take the time to write it out. When you are done writing that past pain down, you set the quill carefully on the table, and again your paper, it turns into a little boat. You excitedly take your little boat out to the dock and place it in the river. Again, your little boat gets caught up in the strong current of the river and then sinks. Moments later, the river starts to produce the bubbles again where the boat had just sank. You watch in awe as the bubbles float upwards and away from you. As the bubbles start to pop, you feel your heart start to uncoil, allowing for that light and love to embrace you like never before. When the last bubble pops, you feel the barriers come down from around your heart. You take that extra deep breath in and exhale the remaining heaviness that you're holding on to within you. You feel so much lighter now, so much stronger, more open to the love that's all around you. Keep breathing, my friends. You turn around and head back into the hut. You carefully close up the box, replacing the cap on the inkwell. You know that it is time to go. You feel stronger and more able to cope with the demands of your life, being more open to the opportunities that your everyday has to share with you. You close the door of the hut and head back up the path. You know that should you need to release that burden that's causing unnecessary pain, that you can return to this amazing little hut by the river to create more boats. Remember to continue to breathe, my friends. Now I want you to visualize silver energetic cords coming out the bottom of your feet and entering into the earth. See these cords descend through the different layers of the earth. These cords are heading for the center of the earth. Once they get there, the cords wrap themselves around the center 3 times and head back up towards you. Once they reach you, these cords lovingly wrap themselves around you. They do not hurt you. Rather, they anchor you to the earth and to Gaia. You feel the stability and foundation of the earth supporting you, stabilizing you from your amazing journey. Now, I want you to reach your hands up high above your head while taking a deep breath in, stretching up high above you, helping to release any built up low vibrational gunk. And then, as you exhale, lower your arms back down, releasing that gunk. Now don't worry, your guardian angel is with you and will transmute that gunky energy back to a high vibrational energy that will serve you and your surroundings for the greater good of all. It felt pretty good. Let's do it again. Taking that deep breath in, raising our hands high above our head, gently moving and twisting to get that hard to reach gunkiness out. And then exhale, lowering your arms and releasing that buildup. Now I want you to start to slowly tilt and move your head, continuing to breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. Then I want you to start to wiggle your fingers and unwind your wrists. Now start to wiggle your toes. We are slowly coming back to present. If your eyes were closed, slowly open them now and readjust yourself back to your surroundings. I want to thank you for joining me today. You have added another tool to support you on your journey and given yourself an advantage to overcoming those challenges that you're facing. You should be proud of the work you've done, for the release that you were able to achieve today. Give yourself a big hug for taking time for you, caring for you, and releasing what isn't serving you. I hope that you enjoyed this meditation and that you found it helpful in releasing some of this built-up energy. I'm going to continue to create guided meditations for my friends. I want to support you in expanding your repertoire of tools and techniques to help you overcome those obstacles and enjoy your experience in this lifetime more fully. If you have any suggestions or requests on meditation or tools that you'd like me to cover, please leave it below. I always love to hear directly from my friends what would help them out the most right now. Again, I want to thank you for spending this time with me and being open to this tool that's going to support you. Until tomorrow, my friends.